What do you do if you lose inspiration to write your book? This is a really common problem for a lot of writers, and it happens at various stages in the book writing process. For me, and pretty commonly, I tend to lose this inspiration more around the middle point of my book. Just it hits that little bit of a slump, not to say it's not exciting, but it's no longer a shiny new toy, and you're also not at like the big exciting climax of the book either, so you're kind of in this weird little middle ground. And for me, I get very exhausted, very burned out, and I'm just like, am I feeling this anymore? But in the case of the person who asked me this question on Instagram, she said that she struggles with keeping inspiration earlier on in the process. Regardless of when this happens to you, 1, it's normal, don't panic. 2, take a step back. Look at your book idea as a whole, your characters, your plot, your setting, all of it, and figure out, is there something that's maybe missing? Is there a step that's missing? Why do you feel this loss of inspiration? Is it a loss of direction? Do you need to sit back and plot a little bit more? And you may not be a plotter, I'm not much of a plotter, but there's no harm in kind of looking and evaluating, is there something with the scene or the section that you're writing right now that needs a little bit of work? Do you need to take a step back, delete a few pages, and kind of not start fully over, maybe start over, but start a little earlier on and see where you maybe lost that inspiration, and maybe there's something you can pick up and take a different direction that brings you more joy and excitement with writing. Because an important thing to remember is, well, you may not always be in the mood to write. If you're not passionate about what you're writing and you're not excited and there's not some kind of joy in writing this, your readers are going to feel that. Step back, reevaluate, look at it, and figure out how you can get that passion, that excitement, that inspiration back. Sometimes, especially if you're very early in the process of writing a book and you lose inspiration, it might be a good idea to really be honest with yourself and ask, is this the story that you want to be telling right now? I'm not saying it's a bad story idea. It might be a fantastic story idea. It just may not be the right time for you to be writing this, or there might just be something missing with your story. That je ne sais quoi, if you will. So think for a moment, what got you excited about this book idea in the first place? And focus on that and see, well, how can I attain that again? How can I focus on that? How can I bring more of that kind of joy and excitement into the story idea that I have? And how can I use that to inspire me to write again? For me, typically, if I'm losing some of that inspiration to write, I really love writing dialogue and I love writing interactions between characters. And so if I'm stuck and I'm just not feeling inspired and I just don't want to do it, even if it doesn't necessarily fit what I need to accomplish in the book right now, sometimes I'll just write a scene of dialogue. I will work in a big conversation, something dramatic right in the moment that I'm in. And I may end up keeping it. It may end up actually working and bringing the story a direction that it needs to go. And it may end up being, this was not really a useful conversation, but it helped me build the characters and it helped me do something writing related that I actually enjoy and get me excited for these characters in this story all over again. Sorry, my phone was really rattly there. So I hope this helps. And if you have any questions, if I raised more questions than I answered, let me know and I will do my best to help. But you got this. You can do it. I believe in you.